Since I haven't been baking very often, I keep my gluten-free sourdough starter in the fridge. I'd like to bake some bread, so I'm going to take it out to feed. When you see liquid on top of your starter, you know it's hungry. First, I'm going to mix up the starter to incorporate all of the liquid. For my bread, I'm going to take out 100 grams of the starter and put it into a new jar. I like to use a whole grain gluten-free flour for feeding, so I'm going to add 100 grams of brown rice flour to the jar. And finally, I'll add 100 grams of lukewarm tap water. This is what is called a 100% hydration, or a feeding ratio of 1 to 1 to 1. It's basically just equal parts of starter, flour, and water. Make sure to mix everything up very well. The flour is going to provide food for the wild yeast in your starter, and it should very quickly start to become active and bubbly. To make bread that rises well with a nice crumb, you'll want to make sure to feed your starter beforehand. I like to put an elastic band on my jar at the level of the starter so that it's easy to see when it's reached its peak level, which is usually about a 50% rise. Then I'll put a cover on and keep the starter at room temperature for several hours. Once it's no longer rising, it should be ready to use. Because this was an extra hungry starter, I didn't get a great rise, so I could try this process again before using it for my bread. But I'm impatient, so I'm just going to use this for my preferment. Check out my other videos for the next steps in making an awesome gluten-free sourdough bread. Thanks for watching.